Hey there, and welcome to this week's episode of UNLVoom. Boy, have we got the goods today. I'm Lindsay Johnson. Let's get to it. Ever wonder where your tuition money is going, or maybe who is making the decisions that affect campus life? Well, at the town hall meeting last Monday, you could have asked those very questions. Brian Dukey has the story.
The Thomas and Mack Center on UNLV's campus was the host to the first ever town hall meeting. The event was open to the public and covered an array of different issues. We asked Chancellor Jim Rogers what he wanted to hear in the meeting.
There's no sense in somebody showing up and saying, we think UNLV is wonderful and blah, 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 blah. We'd only solve our problems, and we have a lot of them, but every university across the country's got a lot. That's true. And we need to be told what people don't like, what they don't know about the school.
People were given the chance to ask questions to the board. Among the members, President David Ashley was in attendance and ready for action.
Mentioned that some of the workforce issues. We're going to hear about nursing shortages. We're going to hear about other healthcare issues.
Topics that were discussed included diversity, the law school, and the new health sciences building. More than half the seats were empty, but Regent James Dean Levis said that it's important for students to give their opinions.
Well, you know what? It starts with the students, and the students have, probably the greatest interest in what happens to higher education. In fact, they're the ones paying for it, and they're the ones that expect real value, and they're the ones that I think deserve it, and sort of the accountability from it.
This is the first of many town hall meetings. The next meeting dates have not yet been announced, but we'll be sure to keep you posted. With thanks to photographer Morgan Miller, I'm Brian Dukey reporting.
One of the most controversial issues on the November ballot is Question 7, which would legalize possession of an ounce or less of marijuana in one's own home. To get a feel for what Nevadans think about legalizing pot, we asked around the UNLV campus, naturally.
I am for the legalization of marijuana, not the regulation of marijuana, which is on the ballot this year. I think that legalization will get rid of a lot more crime and drug dealers and stuff like that than regulating will.
Yeah, I'm against it because I'm from Santa Cruz. Everybody smokes pot there. You can just tell who smokes pot because they just sound like a joke.
Only increase harder drugs on the street, creating a more demand for meth or crack or other harder drugs. I figure that it would not be in our best interest.
If you want culture in the city of sin, look no further than our own UNLV Fine Arts faculty. The College of Fine Arts and the Donna Beam Fine Art Gallery are showcasing the 2006 Faculty Art Exhibit. Juan Sanchez has more.
The UNLV's Art Gallery is hosting this year's faculty exhibition. Some of the art includes paintings, pictures, and designs. Director of the Donna Beam Fine Art Gallery, Jerry Shefsik, explains to us about the artists and the exhibition.
Well, each of the artists, they're faculty here at the university, in the art department, and they, besides being faculty, they have their careers as artists as well. So each one of them is full-time. Each one of the full-time faculty is represented in this exhibition with an example of the kind of work that they do.
Shefsik hopes to have a busy schedule for the upcoming spring semester.
Springtime, we have more student-oriented exhibitions. Part of the requirement for a Master of Fine Arts in art is a one-person show in here. So depending on how many of those students we have is how many of those exhibitions we will have this coming semester.
The 2006 faculty exhibition will run until October 25th. Gallery hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. It is free to the public. I'm Juan Sanchez for UNLVoom.
Where do you go when you're sick of the Strip? This week's edition of Destination Outdoors takes you to Black Canyon, right outside of Boulder City. Here's Andy Binder with the report.
This week on Destination Outdoors, we hiked the White Rock Trail in the Black Canyon. Minutes from Hoover Dam and only an hour out of Vegas, this trail is a must-see for any outdoor enthusiast. Located inside the Lake Mead National Recreation Area, this trail features desert wildlife, natural hot springs, and some cool, challenging sport climbing. We were lucky enough to hike the trail on a perfect day with the light winds and plenty of sunshine to keep us happy. Make sure to bring extra water because the trail is a 6.5-mile round trip, some downhill and mostly uphill, and the desert heat can really take it out of you. The trail leads you down to the Colorado River where it's rebel tradition to take the plunge. We're down here at the end of the trail. We're at the Colorado River, enjoying the water, having some fun. Did you have fun on the trail today, Dustin?
Oh, of course. It was a great hike in. We'll see how it is on the way back out.
Yeah, I agree. On the way back out. You, Ken?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Come down. Nice view. Good times.
Everybody enjoyed themselves. Andy Binder reporting for UNLVoom.
Now for UNLV sports. After a strong start in their inaugural season, the UNLV hockey team is looking to prove last year was no fluke. UNLV playing Walla Walla College. In the first, the Rebels are short-handed. Dan Penska on the break and puts it top shelf where Dida keeps the good scotch. Puts the Rebels up 1-0. UNLV brings out the passing skills and Penska is there again for the goal. He had a hat trick on the night for the Rebs. Second period, Anthony Greener gives it to Justin Erbs, who gives it right back, and Greener makes it 5-0. UNLV is running away with it when Captain Aaron Baca breaks into the zone and rips a quick slap shot off the post and in, getting a shorthanded goal and a few high fives. The Rebels roll over the Wolfpack 11-0. The UNLV intramural football playoffs started this week, and the players and fans are excited. The regular season is over, and now the race for the championship trophy is on. UNLV intramural football is split up into 4 divisions. There's men's and women's open division, fraternity and sorority leagues. But don't be fooled by their amateur status. These athletes take the playoffs seriously.
We're going to have a light week. We're going to do some kinesthetics this week, get ourselves prepped mentally and physically, have our Wheaties, and also do some meditation before the game to loosen up the saw, even have some chai tea.
We'll check in next week at the championship game. Until then, you can see all the results and catch the heart-stopping action every night on the intramural fields. Well, that about wraps it up today for UNLVoom. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure to check out the audio podcast this week. Pretty good, you guys. I'm Lindsay Johnson. See you next week.